From the innovator that brought us Triforce Twisted Fate, we are seeing a brand new Twisted Fate strategy pop up right now in the current meta, and that's a hybrid strategy. You're mixing in the Triforce with a bit of ability power coming from Gunblade, coming from Nash's. It's of course from Jebsu, formerly known as Exira. I did a review on his Orianna probably 2.5 or so years ago when he hit rank 1 on EU Nordic. Last season he hit rank 1 doing this Triforce setup in EU West. Now this ADTF is converted to a more mixed damage champion where you kind of, there's definitely different scenarios where some games you go on hit, some games you can go full AD, but most of the games we're seeing Jebsu, he's going for the hybrid. He's going Gunblade, he can go GLP sometimes, he'll go Nash's. There's a lot of different strategies he can go right now. So much flexibility with Twisted Fate. You can see his account, JBS, 70% win rate with almost 200 games played, almost a 5 KDA. I love watching this guy's Twisted Fate. It's completely different, guys, to Dopa's Twisted Fate. The playstyle is not even close. It's completely different, and I love that he's mixing things up and pressuring on this champion. So without further ado, let's jump straight into today's review. Okay, jumping into the game now, guys, you can see he has Omnistone. Some people think this rune is, or this keystone is trolling. I actually think it's super efficient for things like Twisted Fate. I think it's pretty good on Corki as well. Champions that can make use of almost every scenario with the keystone. You can see he got an early electrocute here. But if you think about it, you're going to be rolling for things like Predator, things like Aftershock. When you get that Triforce, things like Conqueror actually isn't too bad. I think that Twisted Fate is one of the best users of Omnistone. That's why Jebsu has been running it every single game on this champion. For his secondaries, it depends on the matchup if you're going for the Resolve secondaries, or you can, if you're playing a little bit more into a heavy trade lane like a Kassadin, you'll see him go for the Domination Tree just to get a little bit more sustain. So this matchup, Nocturne, it is a difficult matchup, guys. You can see Corrupting Potion, he starts every single game. This is going to give him an extra movement speed with Time Warp Tonic, and he goes for Biscuits as well, just for a little bit extra sustain. Doesn't like that minion dematerializer that Dopa likes to use, of course, because he doesn't go APTF. It's a hybrid setup, so you're not really looking for those one-shot Q wave clears. You're looking to kind of put a lot more pressure on the individual rather than the waves. So you can see here the Nocturne just shoving in. Nocturne is an insufferable champion. I don't know how it's still alive. Probably the hardest matchup for Twisted Fate. He has an inbuilt spell shield, so he can dodge Twisted Fate's cards. And we'll see how Jebsu rolls with it. He's looking for a Dark Harvest proc here. He doesn't quite get it. Early Dark Harvest on Twisted Fate works extremely well. It's going to make every single one of your runes with the Omnistone more potent. So an early Dark Harvest is great if you can get it. But right then, he took the trade. A very negative trade. Let's see how he can bounce back. Get a little bit of a stuttering. I'm going to get those autos in onto the Nocturne. He's got to be careful, level 3. Could get a flash and gets the gold card. Needs to pull it. Doesn't pull the gold card. First blood over to the Nocturne, just as I was saying. Nocturne mid is extremely potent. Jebsu didn't respect the damage. He thought Fiddle could come through with a fear. It doesn't come up. It's all good. He comes out of base now with the Dark Seal. And the Fiddle, and he gets an assist. He gets 1 stack on the Dark Seal. Actually, not that bad. So coming out of base, guys, your first item, it's going to be Dark Seal. It's going to be Ruby Crystal. I was talking to Jebsu about this. He says, you used to run Phage to get some early health and to get a little bit movement speed to proc Klepto. But now that you're not using Klepto, just getting that Ruby Crystal is enough health to be to survive all-ins. While the Dark Seal, of course, you're going to be looking for the Medjais, and it synergizes extremely well with that Corrupting Potion you're running. After that, you'll see he loves to go Revolver into the Sheen. As this Nocturne playing a little bit too aggressive here. He should be able to pull a gold card. Grabs that Aftershock proc. Dude, how good is it when you get Aftershock on Twisted Fate? You gold card and you just get so fucking beefy, bro. It's beautiful. So if they grab the kill onto the Nocturne, he's playing a little bit more too aggressive. And Jebsu will try and shove this in and get a base in. Level 5 TF, you can 2-shot the back lines. Level 4, you can't quite. So it might be a little bit awkward, but he will get this in. Don't miss the cannon, buddy. Grabs the cannon. He's going to get a base here. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for that Ruby Crystal. I've talked to him extensively about this Omnistone hybrid Twisted Fate. He's like that. He was telling me there's so much flexibility. There's times to go on hit. There's times to go AD. There's so many different scenarios for this Twisted Fate setup. I'd recommend looking into his builds and runes and looking at more in depth. I can't really explain it all in one video. But just note, it's not completely night and day what he does, but the early corrupting into the Darkstone, into the Ruby Crystal is almost every game, into the Revolver, into the Sheen. After you have your Triforce, your Sheen, your Triforce, your Revolver, and your Rapid Fire, that's when you can start to flex out and become very, very complex with your builds. But up until then, it's pretty stock standard. So his level 5 has that lethal tempo. You can see Nocturne's playing a little bit more defensive now. As I said that, he goes for the all-in. Takes a horrible trade. You can see how aggressive Jebsu now can start putting some pressure onto the Nocturne. He loves that movement speed from the Time Warp, and the boots will obviously be coming in about 10 minutes. Gonna be hard shoving his wave. Has a grass proc if he needs it. And that's what I'm saying. If you're hyper trading on Twisted Fate with Omnistone, it is so worthwhile. The thing is, I don't necessarily think into things like Azir. This Omnistone might... I think you might be better off running something else. Just because you can't trade so often and get so many procs. But you're going to be still getting so much efficiency of it late game as he gets a bot side gank. He grabs a double kill on the bot side with ultimate. Hits 6 before the Nocturne. 7 stacks on the Dark Seal and a 300 gold bounty. It's a beautiful roam. Textbook Twisted Fate roam. Heads back, gets that Revolver I was talking about. And now he sells the Bicky and he starts working towards the Sheen. The Revolver Sheen synergizes and you chunk people to half health with this setup. He loves this early Revolver and you just sit on it. You don't upgrade it until you have enough of that Gunblade way later, guys. You sit on it and now you go Triforce, okay? The Revolver is just for that early game pressure to help out with your level 6 ultimates to get the ball rolling and start snowballing the game. Obviously, AP Twisted Fate, you go Catalyst early, you don't really have any damage. This setup, it's all about that first 10-15 minute snowball. This setup will get outscaled by traditional AP Twisted Fate. But that's around about 30 minutes. Until then, this Twisted Fate trumps it. 100% this Twisted Fate trumps AP Twisted Fate up until probably around about 30 minutes when you're starting to get full builds. It does fall off, obviously, when you build this type of setup. That's not why you play it. You play it for the early game. So you can see here, got to be cautious. The Nocturne has the Ignite, has his ultimate ready to go. And he's going to try and play with the fiddle here. Moves into the river, gets a control wood. Maybe try and blue card that, doesn't get it. Look how aggro this guy's playing. So you Q, break the spell shield, and now you should be able to auto this guy straight to death. Dude, this Nocturne's playing way too aggro with how addicted the Fiddlestick is to sitting around mid. He's always hovering. I like it. Grabs the plates. And he's just going to keep on pressuring. The thing about Shyvana jungle is it is completely terrible. I would say completely terrible until probably jungle items completed. Before then, like, you're almost never going to be getting ganked or pressured. I really don't know about Shiv. I think Shyvana jungle, yes. Look, AP Shiv, it does, like, if you get a couple kills rolling, you can snowball the game. But there's zero early pressure, and I hate that in solo queue. He'll get a base here. He'll hit Revolver for sure. Sorry, he'll hit Sheen for sure. Grabs a Sheen up. Grabs boots. Gets the upgrade into the Mercs. Why Mercs? Obviously, it is for the Nocturne Fear. He'll work into the Thresh as well. He's going to come out of base pretty aggressively here, guys. 8 stacks on the Dark Steel. The one thing that's very awkward with this Twisted Fate setup, guys, is a lot of times you're relying on your autos to finish creeps. And it's completely different to APTF. I struggle a lot to get good CS numbers when I play this Twisted Fate. It's just a case of me not... Oh, as a top side, he gets an ult off. He has Aftershock ready to go. Pops it onto the Nocturne. Gets the autos. He's going to kite back. He can still chase the Akali. Those early boots flash out of the Akali. Fiddlesticks is predatoring in, and he gets the kill. Nice ult topside. 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. Wouldn't be surprised early Medjai's upgrade. He loves Medjai's. He talks about how efficient the item is when you hit that 10 stacks. That's great resale value. I literally love Medjai's on Twisted Fate. The movement speed as well. So important. Jebsu talks about how important movement speed is on Twisted Fate. It's all his kit requires. You need to gap close to get those cards. And especially with the AD, where you've actually got to get those, land those autos, is going to be helping a lot. Moving in, has the gold card. Shyvana has ult. He has flash. I wouldn't recommend blowing it. They're going to chase this bad boy down. Gold card cute. Gangplank. 2 kills now. Doing pretty good. As the Glacial now, he's going to push out this top side. You see, it's a little bit more awkward to kill the waves. They all get very low, but you like if you have AP at this stage in the game and minion demons, you one-shot those waves. Grab a base in now. Does he have enough for try? He just goes straight Magi's, okay. He has flash up. He probably understands the next 5 minutes, he is just going to be taking over the game. He knows this is where he starts to take over, guys. This Twisted Fate right now is where you start to have the damage. Now into the Triforce, you are peaking. Put pressure on the map, pressure your lane opponents. The Nocturne has nothing at the moment. Akali, look at the Akali's items, man. He just wants to pressure as hard as possible. Rolls that Aftershock. That's interesting. Spell Shield. Aftershock sticks around. It must be pretty hard to all in when you got that Aftershock from the Omnistone. Must feel really good. Good top here on Akali. Twisted Fate counters Akali, of course. If you pop your ultimate, you can see her in her shroud. That Nocturne looking bot? Yes, it is. He picks up a kill on the Varus. Jebsu is going to shove in the mid lane. Okay, Shyvana grabs a kill. He's just going to try and get the plates. Ultimate is up. Let's see where he tries to drop it. I wouldn't be surprised if he looks top. Akali just teleported back. Gangplank has teleport. Let's see what they do. I mean, bot lane's hyper over extended as well. For this setup, guys, is he just going to go for the first tower? For this setup, guys, I don't recommend it unless you're above diamond. If you are below diamond, as he picks up the kill onto this Shiv, he should be able to chase this guy down easily. Still has flash, won't need to burn it. Gets a double kill, 18 stacks onto the Magi's. Grabs the dragon up, beautiful play. He plays very controlled Twisted Fate, doesn't he? He plays more aggressive than Dopa, 100% more aggressive. Just because of the playstyle and the build, it just allows a lot more aggression. But as I was saying, this Twisted Fate, unless you're playing it almost perfectly, it is worse than AP. As the Civ is looking to play really aggressively. You have to play like hyper aggressive with this setup, otherwise don't play it at all. And if you don't have the mechanics or the strategy or the skill on Twisted Fate to back it up, there's no point. You're better off going AP, play a slow style with good wave clear, and be a utility for your team. I'm still struggling to make this work just because of the change in playstyle, and I have thousands of Twisted Fate games. It's completely different. You have to be aware of this. It's fun and it's strong, but to make it strong, it needs to be played almost perfectly. 22 stacks. He has a Triforce. Let's see how much goddamn damage he can put out onto the map. Next item, most likely a Gunblade, followed by a Rapid Fire Cannon. Gunblade and Rapid Fire Cannon have almost the same range, if not the same. So you can get that gold card off, Gunblade them, they're perma-slowed. And you can pretty much act like an assassin inside lanes. It's very, very hard to... there's almost no champion that can gap close that. Obviously, Nocturne can gap close it with ultimate, but almost nobody can outrange a Rapid Fire Twisted Fate gold card. It is disgusting, the range on it. And you can see his movement speed as well. He goddamn zoom in as he's looking in for a pick. Grabs a Q first. Nocturne gets a really, really good spell shield. And he's just going to run this guy down, surely. Look how easy that is. So much damage in the kit. Looking for the Kali now. Gold card, baby. Has the Predator as well. Varus grabs that kill up. Wouldn't be surprised. He's going to pop that Predator and look to go topside. Time to zoom, baby. You get Predator very often when you play this Twisted Fate. I'm not sure how. Oh, the Fiddlestick, dude. The Fiddlestick is just cleaning up. He's getting another buff soon. He definitely doesn't deserve it. Fiddlestick is completely overpowered already, I think. He has a beautiful wave clear, great CC setup. Right games just want them people to play their goddamn rework. He's gonna keep moving up and pressuring here. He has his flash up. Has the Rakan hovering. I don't really see why he needs the base at the moment. He's probably saving up. Grabs the tower, 15 minutes in. This one's looking like a bit of a whitewash. Sivir and Nocturne. What an annoying comp for Twisted Fate to try and play into. And you can see he's not really side laning this game, is he? He's just running down mid. Nocturne pops ult. Jebsu can't really see where they're at. Moves in, has Dark Harvest, looking for the Thresh. He has the movement speed to gap close it. Fighting it out, getting those orders in. Gets the red card. Sivir is dropped, he's ulting in. Gold card flash. Beautiful cleanup by the Varus. And he is 9-1 with 25 stacks on that Soul Stealer, guys. He's going to hit that port back. This game just got opened so quickly, didn't it? How much global pressure Twisted Fate applies in the map. It's truly unfair. Has the Gunblade now, you can see. Has a dagger looking for the rapid fire cannon. And with that rapid fire cannon, guys, that is when you just want to perma group and look for picks. Picks, especially in lower elos. In high elos, side laning is pretty decent if nobody can match you. Nobody in this game can match Jebsu at all. Obviously, the scoreline is a little bit closer. Maybe Nocturne could, and he'd have to try and hover with somebody in the mid lane, or have someone hover him for the Nocturne ults. But yeah, this game, guys, he's going to open this bot lane up. He doesn't have ultimate at the moment. He's kind of just hoping someone tries to come and match him. But in the lower elos, just perma grouping with that rapid fire cannon looking for picks is actually a pretty good strategy. Trying to clear out these camps, nothing else to do. What's the finishing move here? It's a Herald into a Siege, probably. 165 farm at 17 minutes, definitely not bad. Has that blue trinket for the vision. And he's going to go match the wave. I want to see one, I just want to see an all-in. I want to see Nocturne try and look for the all-in. So he has the Gunblade. If Nocturne comes into any fucking range, he's going to pop that and chase him down. So you can see the Nocturne moving in. Gold card, Gunblade, and just look at, like, Jesus Christ. Good luck. You are an assassin, aren't you? He did say, if you're playing a little bit more defensively and your team's a little bit far, like a little bit further behind, instead of going Revolver as the Shyvana is inting, instead of going Revolver into Gunblade, just go Revolver into GLP. You have a little bit more wave clear, a little bit more pick. It's definitely an option. Zooming in, looking for something. Can't quite get onto the Sivir, can he? Can't quite get that. Enemy team seems like they're going to open. Thank you. What open? But oi, the Gunblade proc. Almost gets him. That's pretty much going to be the game, guys. Let me know what you think about this setup. A lot of people, I was playing on stream and everyone was telling me I was griefing, I'm inting. But everyone was telling Jebsu that when he first went Triforce Rapid Fire Cannon build. Then people like Nemesis started playing out at Worlds. The strategy is definitely viable. Give it a go. Let me know what you think. And I'll catch you on the next review. Peace.